So hey guys, I know my hair is looking so crazy. I did not wrap my hair properly last night, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of not horrible, but I'm still trying to get used to my hair. This is a full week, of the silk press or whatever, and maybe I need to just kind of give myself like some type of something, I don't know. But anyway, so basically I wanted to make a video mainly because I haven't posted in a minute, so I'm like, let me go ahead and make a video. And I have, the thing about it, sometimes when I don't film for a while, yes, you can see the ends are bumped because I did bump my ends a couple of days ago, and it's so crazy how my hair just goes right back to that shape. I bumped my hair days ago and my hair just muscle memory goes right back to it. I'm probably not going to do a fresh silk press again. I'm probably going to wait another week before I wash my hair again, because one thing is I'm trying to put heat on my hair as less as possible, even though there have been times where I put heat on my hair. But I'm trying to experiment with my hair, trying to experiment with what works, what doesn't work, what I like, what I don't like. The only thing I haven't experimented with yet too much is curls. I do want to get some flexi rods and just experiment with different types of things. Experiment with curls. Now that I'm doing this, I'm like, wait, this actually kind of eats. And then another thing, can anybody help me? Like, I don't care that my hair isn't just bone straight, bone silky, but my hair looks so good at home, especially when I wrap my hair at night and I take my hair out the wrap. Like first thing in the morning, when I take my hair out of my wrap, my hair is literally like perfection. Like my hair is so nice, but like when I go out, like after a while, throughout the day, my hair just gets kind of, it doesn't get real poofy like it used to, but it does get kind of puffy, and like the texture is just kind of like, and I'm wondering why that is. Someone said because your hair is dehydrated and it needs moisture. So I've been trying to put stuff in my hair like oils and stuff, because I can't put like conditioner in my hair or anything like that because my hair is gonna revert. But I've been putting like oils and stuff in my hair. And no, stay out there. You wanted to get out, so you stay out. So I don't know. So a lot of my hair is such a trial and error process right now, and a lot of it is just the texture of it, just trying to figure out what to do with the texture. So it gets like kind of puffy towards the end of the day. Like when I'm out, not even the end of the day, like as soon as I go out and I like hit up the bathroom, like my hair is just like getting like poofy-ish, and it's kind of like just not giving at all. It's not giving at all. And then like I go to bed, I wrap my hair, and the next morning it's perfect. And I'm just like, why want to act right after I take it out the wrap, but like you go out and immediately your hair is getting puffy and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's not, I don't live in a humid climate. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And there's a reason. Like, I saw that there was this girl I saw, she keeps her hair wrapped on the shift. And like halfway through the shift, she'll take her hair out the wrap and it's just like flowing and beautiful. I almost wondering, should I be ghetto like that and just show up to work with my hair in a wrap and just take it out at work? Like, is it that crucial? I don't want to do that though. I just want to have my hair done when I get there. Like, I don't want to have to do that. But perhaps maybe keep my hair wrapped even in the car or something, I don't know, and then take it out in the car, I don't know. So that's kind of the first thing, is just the silk press situation. I still feel so good about where I am in my journey, and I figure at some point, this is a journey, right? At some point it'll be better, at some point I will be able to get my hair how I want it. Right now my hair is actually quite agreeable. I like my hair just kind of flat to my head. I don't like when it's getting super poofy and big and stuff, because my hair, if I didn't use the right products, it would just get really puffy and poofy. But so at least we've been able to do that, but there's just a few more issues that I have to deal with, and I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the video. You know, we are entering in December. We're at the very end of November, and we're entering into December, and I did want to kind of talk about some of my plans for December. So like, should we move that? So one of my biggest plans obviously is getting a car. I know I talk about this so much, but we're in the home stretch, you guys. We're really just in the home stretch at this point. It's not me just talking about I need to, the money is there. I'm $200 away from $4,000 in my bank account, and $4,000 I've decided is my cutoff. $4,000 should be enough to get a car. I don't want to pay any more than $4,000. And if I'm being completely transparent and completely honest about what I'm looking for in a car, first and foremost, I do want a foreign car. It's not hard to find a foreign car. And you may think that I'm being like bougie about it, and maybe I am, like, but my mom, like my parents throughout my life have bought used foreign cars that were perfectly fine, have lasted for years. One of my first cars was a Mercedes that my mom just gave me. One of my first cars was a BMW that my dad, well, unfortunately he passed away, so he really just kind of gave it to me in that regard. So they were good cars that lasted for a long time, especially that Mercedes my mom had. That car was I abused that car so much, and it was so perfect. It had never had any issues despite the horrible care that I took of it at the time, because I was immature and I was broke, and I could not afford to fill the tank up. I could not afford to get the oil change regularly and stuff like that. So like, I was way more irresponsible when I was younger, but the car still, it was already a super old car, and it still was perfect. Like, so I say that to say, if anything, getting a foreign car is a little bit better of a decision than getting an American car, because they just make them better and they can last more. But a little bit is a bouginess to it. I'm used to foreign cars. My mom drives a brand new Porsche. Before that, she had a brand new Mercedes. Like, that's what we deal with, okay? It's not hard to I'm seeing so many foreign cars on the market, but there's like little things here and there that I am like, never mind, you know? So this is my first time ever having to actually, well, first of all, save up my own money to buy a car. First of all, either I've been given cars, or back when I was like 21 or 22, I did buy a brand new car. I bought a Ford Mustang off the lot. And, you know, I look back on that moment and I was just like, it was just so easy to go into a car, you know, go to the Ford dealership and just, you know, on a random evening. It was a very spontaneous thing. On a random evening, just go to the Ford dealership and just see what happens, and then drive home that night with a car. Like, and I had way less money than I have now. I had like, I think about $2,000 or less in savings. And obviously we financed the car, which is so funny because I could go and get a brand new car, right? But no, because one thing is my mom's not going to co-sign for me, and second of all, I have horrible credit. So either I would have to pay crazy car notes, like I don't want to pay a car note period, right? But I especially don't want to pay like no $800 car note or something when I'm really just ready to pay rent. Like, so obviously getting a brand new car for me is just kind of not in the cards. I'm fine with getting, I already made up in my mind I want to get a used car, but I'm saying that to say it was an easier process to get a brand new car at the time. I understand that. I'm aware of that. I acknowledge that it was easier for me to get a brand new car, the first car that I bought for myself. I bought the car, I paid the car note and everything. And that's where it was at that point in my life. But after life has been lifing for many years of my life, I am not in a place right now where I want to get a brand new car. So therefore, getting a used car comes with a lot more issues than I realized, because when it comes to getting a brand new car, you don't have to worry about the car itself. The car is brand new, so there's nothing you have to worry about. But when you're looking for a used car, you got to worry about the mileage. You got to worry about if there's any major issues with it. There's always something. I'm looking for a car mainly on Facebook Marketplace, but where I'm asking around, I'm asking my mechanic, I'm asking friends and family and things like that. And like ultimately, there's always something. Like the car is perfect, but then there's something like I realize I'm probably not going to find a car under 100,000 miles. I'm probably just not going to find a car under 100,000 miles. Second of all, I know I'm not going to get the nicest, newest car with my price range. Like it's probably going to be anywhere between, say, a 2004 to like 2010 type of car that I'm going to be able to get. Maybe 2012, maybe, but like in that range, because otherwise these car dealerships, these like car lots get the nicer cars, like 2022 Dodge Charger or something, which I don't want a Charger, but I'm just saying they'll have like something real nice. It'll be like a 2019 or something, and then it says $3,000, and then it says down payment. You know, we take bad credit and everything. All we need is like bank statements of your job, and it's just like, well, no, I don't. And it would be such a blessing if I could get like a car that is more modern. Like if I could get, say, like a 2019 car, but I just know that's super unrealistic. Like with $4,000, like I'm probably gonna have to pay at minimum $5,000 plus. And it gets into a point where it's like I might as well just buy a new car if I'm getting into territory where I'm paying like $5K plus. I don't know, maybe there are people who do spend like $5,000 to $10,000 on a used car, but for me, like I just kind of feel like, I don't know, like, you know. So I understand it's gonna be kind of an oldish car. I understand that it's gonna have probably over 100,000 miles, which I'm not happy about, but the reality is starting to seep in, and it's just like I'm not finding anything good under 100,000 miles. There's always something like, oh, we replaced the engine, but the engine only has, 70,000 miles on it. But it's just like, I told my mom, she's like, no, don't get a car where the engine's been replaced. And so, nothing with no major issues, or like there's a nice car, but it's way too far across town or something. Like, I don't know why they're showing me cars that are way too far away. I don't know. So I'm just kind of like dealing with some of these issues. Should I lower this? It's just like, I'm just going through this period where it's like there's always something, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's very hard for me to find just a decent foreign car with decent mileage, with no major issues. And then you still have to wonder, is this a reputable person that I'm buying from? Typically, I'm looking at just random people like me who just have a car that they're ready to sell, maybe because they're upgrading and getting another car. Or there's one guy said his brother died and that was his car. He's just trying to get rid of it. Like, I'm trying to kind of find a situation like that. Not a car that's like a piece of junk that they're trying to sell. Like, just someone who just genuinely has a decent car that they don't know what to do with, so they're just going to sell it, And so you don't know the intentions behind the people who are selling their cars, and you almost like, so there's all these obstacles that I'm dealing with when it comes to buying a car. I know that I want a car before the end of the year. I will not only do I want, but I will have a car before 2025. I would like one before Christmas, even. That'll be my little Christmas present. But it's just like, it's actually like so hard to find a car, a used car. The money part is finished. I already saved up the money, so that was probably the easier part, was saving the money. But I'm telling you, it's like hunting for a house almost. Like, I don't even know, like, it's like crazy. Like, I'm doing all this back and forth, and it's just like, and I don't want to settle. I guess the thing is, I'm really not at a point right now where I'm just ready to settle. I think that's me. If all else fails and I just cannot find a good car that I like, that meets all the things that I want, I probably would settle for an American car, just a regular car. I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna go with a Ford, but like, I'm not exactly sure what American car I would even want. They're not even on my radar. I don't want American cars, but I was just kind of thinking like, that would be me settling. It's just me getting a modest American car. It still probably have the same issues. And then I just think, obviously, finding the time, if I did finally find a good car that I was interested in, and like somebody responded and was like, yeah, you can come check it out, finding the time to come check it out, which will probably be on the weekend, like a Saturday, and like someone coming with me, obviously, and just making sure it's good. My mom said my mechanic needs to check out the car, which I'm kind of, that part is another thing that's just like, how is that gonna work? Because like, she's like, oh, they should let you take the car for a day, so that your mechanic can check it out and then give it back and then pay for it. And I'm like, I'm really thinking in my mind, who is going to let me take the car for a day and let my mechanic check it out and then return it, like, and see whether or not I want it? What if I don't like it, and then like, actually my mechanic checked it out and I don't want it? And it's just like, that sounds like someone would not agree to doing that. I don't know, but at the same time, I obviously know that you should have a car checked out before you you know, you should have a car checked out, because you don't want to get a car and then it breaks down, you know what I'm saying? Because my best friend, her boyfriend bought a car and it's having engine issues and it doesn't work anymore. So I don't want to be in that situation where I save up all this money and you finally get a car and then it just breaks down in like 2 to 3 months, and you're like, I would really be frustrated and angry if that. I would really spiral into a depression if that happened. Like, I don't even know. I don't know if I would like retaliate on the seller, or if, I don't know. But that's exactly what we don't want to happen. And this is reasons why getting a used car is so freaking hard. Like, why is it so hard? This is why it's so hard. And it's hard, and it's taking a long time. And I thought, getting into this, you know, when I was saving for a car and stuff, I thought this would be the easiest part. Oh, you just find a car you like and you just buy it. Like, I don't know, like, it's not that hard. It's not that easy to me. That's not the case. It's so difficult. I thought I'd have the money and then I'll immediately find a car. Well, I have the money now, and time is still dragging out. And you know, life goes on, and I still, you know, that's why I'm like wanting a car sooner than later, so I can finally like have that freedom, and I can finally like be able to drive and things like that. And it's just like, I still am just without a car, and I don't know. It's so weird having the money to buy a car but not having a car, and you're still like stuck, you know what I'm saying? Like last week I had to buy DoorDash almost every day and had to spend up money and all, and that's why I kind of dipped a little bit into my car savings, because money was running dry from different places. And but I did just get paid, and we're good and everything. But it's just like so many things I won't have to worry about when I get a car. When I finally have a car, I won't have to order. I look forward to canceling my Uber Eats membership. Like, I look forward to actually canceling it for good, like, and not having to go back. Like, it's just, I don't know. There's so many things, like, there's just so many things. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. And honestly, I want to get into another topic. Obviously, the car thing is a huge thing hovering over my mind right now, and the biggest thing that I'm thinking about right now. But as we're entering into December, you know, Christmas presents is among us. This is why I was buying a bunch of stuff off my wish list in the month of November. Pretty much November, like the end of October, and really the month of November was me spoiling myself and buying everything off my wish list. And I wouldn't say everything is bought off my wish list, but a lot of the more important things are bought. And I'm so glad that I did that and it's out the way and I don't have to worry about that, because like from me buying the treadmill and me buying this watch and my scale and Shein clothes and like my bedding, and I got the Christmas stuff, and I got what else did I get? My silk press hair stuff. I got the griddle. I got my power station thing. I got this projector. Like, all these things that I'm mentioning were on a wish list in my journal that I just kind of wanted, and now I have. So now, you know, now that it's December, well, it's not December yet, but it's about to be. So obviously in December, I'm going to be doing Christmas shopping. And, you know, with me doing Christmas shopping, you know, obviously the kids are a priority. But, you know, I want to get things for everybody as well. I would like for this to be the best Christmas I've ever had. And this is another reason why I want a car, so I can just freely shop. And I don't have to shop like I did last year, where I had to order stuff from Amazon last year. But I would like to have the experience of actually going into the mall and like actually doing like real Christmas shopping at different stores and things like that, instead of having no choice but to order from Amazon. Like, I don't know, like that was great in the time last year, but like at this point, like I'm just like, yeah, no. And then myself in particular, you know, I still haven't bought myself a phone, and I also want an iPad. So I'm kind of figuring for myself, I'm gonna gift myself a brand new phone and a new iPad for Christmas. That'll be my own personal Christmas present for myself. And then like everybody else, once again, my kids are the priority. So I want to just have a whole entire paycheck that's just dedicated to them. And that's the way I calculate things, is by paychecks. So now that I have the money saved for my car, right, you can only understand now that money is freed up. And now that money can be used to spend freely for Christmas gifts all the month of December. So that's kind of what that is. I make good money with my full-time job. It's just that it's been tied up with saving for a car. And I'm so desperate to save for a car that I just like all that money went towards saving. So now that that is done, I can free up that money. That's just free money to spend on Christmas gifts now. And they even offer overtime, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not really interested in doing overtime, but they do offer it. And if I did want to also work overtime to make even more money, but I don't know. But anyway, so that's exciting. One entire paycheck is gonna go towards the kids. Probably me getting a phone and an iPad, which are very expensive things, are also probably going to take up an entire paycheck. But I still have 2 more paychecks. My phone's right there. Hold on. There's 3 paychecks that I get before official Christmas. However, I could possibly use that last paycheck the day after Christmas, the 26th, and that could be my money that I use to buy a phone and an iPad, and those first 3 paychecks could be for everybody else's Christmas presents. You know what I'm saying? So I do my math off of that, and that's not even including the other incomes that I have, my part-time job, the stadium job, my other side hustle stuff. So keep that in mind. My side hustle money, I tend to just have it in a save. Right now, it's just in a savings account that's just not getting touched. So also understand that I do have another savings account with a whole nother bank, and I keep that separated. I just started saving over there, so it's only just $100 for now, but I'm planning on just, you know, keeping that separated. But I do kind of feel like that's kind of the way I'm thinking about it, is by paychecks. So one paycheck is going to be just getting the kids stuff. Another paycheck is going to be getting my family stuff. And then that third paycheck, you know, it ends up kind of being like, oh, you know, I forgot this and I forgot that. So it's kind of like almost like, but like a whole paycheck shouldn't have to be like little things, you know what I'm saying? So maybe I could use that third paycheck for myself, you know, perhaps. That's all I really want, is a phone and an iPad. Those are things I don't have, you know what I'm saying? I could just be like, well, I could just decide to do a shopping spree for myself and just, I don't need to do that. Thankfully, like, if you know, you know, like when you have a job and when you are making decent money, for those who aren't struggling, but you know, when you're an adult and you're making extra money, like, you already buy stuff for yourself all year round anyway. So I'm like, I took the month of November to get all the things that I want anyway. My November has been Christmas, basically, you know? So I don't really need to just go shopping with the money, you know what I'm saying? But if there is something that intentionally that I could put the money into, which would be a phone and an iPad, because I don't have an iPad, and I do have a phone, but I would like to upgrade my phone. And this could just only be used for filming and maybe like putting some games on it or something, I don't know. And then my new phone, I don't know though, you know, but all I know is I want a new phone. And I'm also willing for it to not even be the newest. Same with the iPad. Like, it doesn't have to be brand new from like Target or like the Apple store. Like, I'm willing to get refurbished. I've gotten a refurbished phone before and it has lasted me a long time. So you know, I'm willing for the things to be refurbished. You know, it doesn't have, it can be refurbished, you know. So I don't know, I mean, we'll see. I may not even have to get refurbished. I probably could get the brand new, but we'll see, because I want a phone and an iPad, and I know that stuff is not cheap. Remy, my mom, already bought a new iPad. Well, she bought a new iPad for herself, and she's gonna give Remy her old one. And I'm kind of thinking, even though Adam would probably just get Remy's old tablet, which is a Fire tablet, I'm almost kind of wondering if I should get, it's really not that I should, I don't have to, but I kind of want to get Adam a refurbished iPad as well. I've seen refurbished iPads be like $200, you know, or less than that, you know. So I'm kind of wondering, like, it could be an older model, you know, it doesn't have to be the latest, but like, I could get Adam like a refurbished iPad, so that him and Remy have iPads and we don't even have to deal with tablets anymore. Like Amazon Fire tablets, like, they have issues, they don't last very long, like especially with children. Like, I don't know, but Adam's 3, he's about to be 4 next year, and I don't know, I just kind of think maybe he's not ready for an iPad. I don't know, maybe he'll just do good with Remy's Fire tablet for now. Maybe I can just get him an iPad for his birthday. Like, I don't know, his birthday is right in February, so like, then we'll have all these old devices that no one's using. Trust me, when it comes to old devices, I still like to keep them as just in case devices. Thus, this phone right here. This phone that I'm filming on is an old phone that was sitting in my drawer, had water damage, didn't work at the time, so I bought another phone, and then that phone started tripping, so then I moved on to this one, and that phone still doesn't work. I probably could take it to a store to get it repaired. It's just that the screen doesn't work, so I'm thinking like maybe if it has a new screen that it'll just kind of work again. I'm kind of hoping, and probably all I have to do is pay $50 to get it fixed. Then I'll have 3 phones. Like, I don't know, I won't be using 3 phones, but you know, it's good to have those backups, you know. And then maybe even possibly at some point I can give my oldest son one of these phones, and he could even also have a phone. So I don't know, like those are things I'm thinking about. But those are basically the biggest things to reiterate what we just said. The biggest things that are on my agenda right now is that I have the money saved for a car, and getting a car is the biggest thing on my mind right now. But also that money is free now, so I can start to use that paycheck that I get from my full-time job for Christmas presents. And the way I operate, I want to make a list of what I want to get people first. I really don't want to just go to the store and see what happens. I feel like I operate the best when it comes to spending money, when it comes to just having something in mind to get for that person. It could change, but I like having more like a plan in place instead of being like, well, let's just go to the store and see what happens, and let's just, you know, I don't really like that. That's almost like a plan B for me. Even the kids, like, I'm not gonna say what I'm getting them, but I already know what I'm gonna get my kids for Christmas. Like, I already have a list of things I was gonna get for them, so I know that it's things that they'll play with, because they have a million toys already, right? But it's things that they don't already have, things I know that they'll play with. Like, I know my kids and I know what keeps them engaged. I know what they like, things like that. So like, I want to buy with intentions. I don't want to just go into a store and be like, I have a budget of $500, let's just see what shakes, and then buy a whole lot of crap that they just touch once. And then, because that's what happened last year when I got Amazon stuff. Like, it was just a lot of stuff that they touched once, and then like it just went into their toy box and they barely play with it. So I'm like, I want to be more intentional with the things that I buy them this year. And if anyone's like, well, can you give me ideas? Nope, I'm sorry. Look, there's so many other people that give advice on what to get for your kids. I feel like, here's the thing, you know your kids, you know what I'm saying? You should know what they like and what they want. You should know what your budget is. Our budgets may not be the same. If you go all the way back on my channel, like literally at the very end of my channel, I had a Christmas video where I bought people Christmas gifts from the Dollar Tree. Everybody got Dollar Tree Christmas presents like a couple of years ago, and I was so proud to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I was so proud because the year before that, I wasn't able to get anybody anything. And the kids, all I could get them was like a $20 budget from Dollar Tree, but everybody else didn't get anything. And thankfully their dad came through and he bought them, he spoiled them that Christmas. But I felt so bad not having the money at the time. I just genuinely did not have the money. And I was like doing Uber Eats to just make $20. I remember it was Christmas Eve, and I was just doing Uber Eats orders just to get $20 to buy my kids something for Christmas. And then the following year, once again, this was the year after I had my second child. No, it was that same year where he was a baby, and I bought everybody stuff from the Dollar Tree and I put them in little gift bags, and I felt so glad to do that. So each year has been a little bit better from the last, so you can understand that this is the first year I've had, like, I'm having thousands of dollars to be able to get people like a full month's worth of paychecks with multiple different jobs and side hustles for Christmas. It's gonna be a very good Christmas. You know, this is what Christmas is about, in my opinion. It's like having a bigger budget to get people actual cool gifts, more than anything, just my kids more so, but like I can actually get really nice things for people instead of getting Dollar Tree things and people being like, oh, that's nice, and then they never use it. They don't really care for it. And even myself included, I don't really get good, I don't really get anything for Christmas typically. Like nobody really gets me anything for Christmas, and it's fine. Christmas is a holiday of giving, so I care more so about giving than receiving anyway. On Christmas, and that's why I do want to do this thing where I get myself something as well, because I want to at least feel excited in that regard, you know, and have something that I really want. So I feel like Christmas is the year for me to get something that's on my wish list that I've been putting off and putting off and putting off because it's so expensive, and it's like, okay, Christmas is the time I'm gonna do it, you know. But other than that, I don't know, like, it's going to be a really lit December. It's going to be a really lit Christmas. Like I said, I'm going to have thousands of dollars to work with. And I hope next year's even better. Truthfully, God is good because each year has been better than the next. There was a Christmas where I couldn't get anybody anything. I couldn't afford anything. There was a Christmas where everybody got Dollar Tree gifts. There was a Christmas where everybody got Five Below gifts. There was a Christmas where I was able to get people stuff from Amazon. It was cheap stuff, but it was stuff that was last year. Everybody got stuff from Amazon. Once again, it was the cheapest stuff I could find, but this year it's like, this is actually like the Christmas, like, you know, especially if I am able to get a car sooner than later, like, so that is really, really amazing. So just, I won't be doing like vlogmas videos or anything, but I will be trying to post like Christmas themed. I'll try to maybe do a little Christmas theme on my channel even. So we'll see, because I am really into holidays. I love, like, Christmas is my favorite holiday, you know. So I'm really into, I like to get, like, just dive all the way into it, you know. I love to just dive into Christmas, watch the Charlie Brown and all the Christmas cartoons, and go shopping for lights. I mean, I'm sorry, go looking at the lights and all of this stuff and the Christmas gifts and everything. Like, I'm just so lit. And then obviously the elephant in the room, a car is going to be my Christmas gift, you know. So even though I'll be buying it for myself, I do believe in getting yourself stuff for Christmas. But you can only understand it's going to be lit for December. It's going to be lit for Christmas. Like, I don't even have a ton of people that I have to get stuff for, so I can have a bigger budget for each person and make each gift really intimate and really good. So yeah, anyway, that's the video. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. So yeah.